Welcome to the new workout DVD. Before we start the workout, I'd like to take you through some of the basic positions so that you understand the movements, concepts and techniques required when you actually do the movements in the workout. So, starting with a few basic ballet positions. Starting in a parallel position, I just want you to rotate the legs out in the hip socket. This is what we call first position with the feet. And if we're holding a beach ball in our arms, or gentle curve in those arms, just bringing the arms forward just above the navel, just below shoulder height. That's the arms in first position, little gap between those fingers. Into second position, open wide. So second position is an open position, legs a bit wider than shoulder width apart and arms are at shoulder height. Watch those elbows don't drop down, kind of lifting them up. So that's second position with the arms, second position with the feet. Third position would be one heel in front of the other heel. Now, if I've got this leg forward, which is my right leg, I'm going to take my left arm up above the head in like a fifth position. Because I've got the feet closed, I'm going to open the arm. That's third position. Then I'm going to take that front foot forward into an open position and I'm going to bring the arm into a closed position. So it's doing the opposite of the legs. This is what we call fourth position. And finally, I bring my heel, my front heel towards the big toe and I lift the arms up in the air. That's what we call fifth position. For the purpose of this DVD, we'll be using first position with the arms and the legs, second position with the arms and the legs, fourth position with the feet, and fifth position with the arms. So you just have to remember those few. The next thing I want to give you a little quick tutorial on is pliés. Plié means to bend, and it's just a knee bend like this, not to be confused with a squat where you're hinging forwards and leaning forwards. So keeping almost like a slice of toast in a toaster or like you're sandwiched between two panes of glass, really tall here. And it can be in a parallel position like this. It can be turned out in first position or in second position or in fourth position. A demi-plié is performed like this, which is what we call a half bend, or a full plié all the way down like this, if you feel able to cope with that movement. If you have any knee problems, just have a small bend. You just got to watch that you don't stick out, so everything is nice and upright. A single leg plié, which is a bend on one leg, is called a fondu. Fondu means to melt. So it's just, again, all the weight is being taken by one leg, so it's slightly more advanced. Again, making sure you're not leaning forward. Tendu is the next movement. Tendu means to stretch, and you're stretching the foot, and it can be either to the front, to the side, or to the back. But the leg is turned out, so that would not be a tendu. So the leg is turned out, the knee is pulled up and the toe is pointed, and so the ankle is stretched, the foot is stretched. So tendu means to stretch. Glissé means to glide. It's the next one up from a tendu. So as a tendu, your big toe stays on the floor. A glissé, it comes off just a couple of inches. It's almost three movements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it can be also to the back. So just a little bit higher than your previous tendu. And higher still is a battement. Battement means to beat. Grand battement is a big beat or a big kick. So it's a little bit higher. Again, lift, point, lower. So again, almost three movements. 1, 2, 3. Nice and tall. Just watching that you don't lean over to the side. You don't pull away. You don't lean back or bend this knee. So it's a controlled kick, keeping the body nice and tall. And that's your battement. Next movement is an attitude. An attitude is really a knee bend in a turned out position. And again, it can be in front of the body like this. It can be out to the side like this. Or it can be taken behind the body. For this workout, we'll be taking it in front of the body only. When you take it behind, the pelvis will rotate and the lumbar spine will be in an extended position. It's quite a difficult position to take that leg behind you. A couple of more movements I'd like to show with you. One is a retire, which means bringing your leg up. It means to withdraw. So you're drawing the big toe up all the way to the opposite knee, the inside of the leg, and the leg is turned out. What you've got to watch for here is a sickle foot. That's like a faulty alignment or winging of the foot. So you've really got to push that heel forward and turn that knee out. So that's your retire. You will also have a développé. Développé means to unfold. So you start with a retire and then you're kind of almost keeping the knee in space as you unfold that lower leg. You can also have it to the side, again keeping that knee in space, and you can also have it to the back. So that's your développé, to unfold. An élevé means to rise. You're rising up onto the tiptoes, onto the ball of your foot or demi-point. So that's a relevé, basic rise. Sorry, that's an élevé, we begin with a knee. A relevé is that same rise up onto demi-point, but instead of from a straight leg position, as your élevé is, a relevé, with an R in front, is a rise onto demi-point from a bent knee position, from a plié position, if you like. So it's that same rise from that bent knee position. And your last movement is a sauté. Sauté means to jump. So you're jumping either in first position, like this, or second position, like this. You just got to make sure that you don't lean forwards and you do stretch through the feet. So your feet aren't lazy like this. You're really pointing through those toes. Also watch that your heels land firmly on the floor. You're not keeping those heels off like this. So nice and tall, toes pointed and heels down. If you don't want to jump, the alternative modification is a relevé, which we've already shown you. So now that you're familiar with some of the movements, you're ready to start the workout. But remember to stay hydrated. Make sure you haven't had a big meal just before you work out, but you should have eaten at least 1 hour before, even if it's just a small carbohydrate type snack to keep your energy levels up. Check with your doctor to make sure you're okay to exercise. And if you feel tired, if you feel any pain, any dizziness, if you feel faint, then discontinue the exercise. Good luck and enjoy the workout.